flavoring agents that are made out of live fetal kidney cells. Live! They never use anything dead. Anytime they're working in a lab and they're using biological material to create these flavor trickers, is what I like to call them. They just they just dupe you with what you're actually tasting to make it taste like you're not eating, you know, dead children, which is what a lot of the fast food joints are really serving you, is human meat. You're actually allowed to. What is disease? Dis-ease. What is disease? The reasons why we feel so terrible, the reasons why we get all discombobulated and all out of whack. But that's the trap. It's a loop. It's a loop that you get stuck in. We can spend a whole lot of our life feeding ourselves really terrible things, eating a lot of terrible things, just poisoning ourselves from head to toe. Yes, we can. And then we can spend a whole nother part of our life trying to clean up the mess. Oh, the mess we make as kids eating shitty junk food, the mess we make as teenagers eating shitty junk food and drinking pops, the mess we make in our 20s doing all kinds of things that are just not good for you. Smoking, drinking, processed food, fast food, McDonald's, bleh. It's disgusting. When I think back, I'm like, oh wow, being a kid born in the 80s and all of the sugar cereals full of dyes, all the candy we had access to, it was a madhouse of just being able to go out and buy any candy you want, Slurpees, just sucking back all these crazy chemical dyes and artificial flavors and artificial colors and all the fake stuff laden with shit tons of processed sugar. And then when you get sick, they give you some Tylenol and some Advil and some Gravol and all these things that taste like bananas and Flintstones vitamins. Oh, dear God. When you think about all those things that we've been given, oh, and then all the vaccines, all the injections that we get, all the inoculations for all the diseases that are going to come get you if you don't take your drugs. It's no wonder to me that there are so many people suffering from crazy diseases. It is no wonder. It is no wonder that we have people with kidneys shutting down and liver failure and just total organ body inflammation and toxicity from head to toe. And I've seen it. I am an iridologist. I study your iris. I take pictures of your eyeballs and I can map out every single thing inside your body. Every single thing. Everything from your cerebral cortex to your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your butthole, your hands, your arms, your elbows. It's all in your eyes. Believe it or not. And of course, if you look it up, they'll say it's pseudoscience. It's not real. But no, it's real. It's been studied for long times, eons of time. And it's been validated by many people, doctors even. Oh, if you need doctor validation, it's there. Iridology will show you how strong your constitution is in your eyes or how weak it is. And that's not to say that some people are strong and some people are weak. That is not what that means. It just means that some people show symptoms of abuse faster than other people. So if you've got a tighter constitution in your eyes, so the lines in your eyes, if you'll notice the design, sometimes you see little like wavy like designs coming out from your iris. Those wavy designs, if they're really loose, it's a looser constitution. If they're really tight together, like lines like all around, that's a tighter constitution. And that type of eye often has people that can abuse themselves for many years, many decades, and you don't really see a lot of issues. So I'll give you an example. You got your eyeball. So this would be like tight. That would be tight constitution, seeing stuff like that. And maybe you've got some, maybe it's wider here, so maybe that would be a weaker spot. Or maybe wider over here, and maybe you've got some lung issues. Maybe you've got, you know, an opening right there. So other folks, right from the get-go, they can have kind of like a little waves like this, like it's really wide, get a lot of gaps, a lot of wide gaps kind of coming in and out like that. And these are the kind of people that you will notice they're sensitive to shit. They're sensitive to crap in your food. They're sensitive to chemicals in products. You'll be sensitive to all the poisons. So you might be thinking, oh, that's great, and I can just like load up on the sludge and I'm not going to get hurt, ha ha ha. No, these are the people that usually take a beating until they're middle-aged, and then all of a sudden they fall apart. Liver failure, kidney failure, heart failure, drop dead. Didn't see it coming. They seemed so healthy for so long. And these are the people that are like, you know, they'll eat some food out at a restaurant and they'll be like, I'm dying. Or you'll eat some kind of processed foods and it'll shoot right through you. Or you'll try a new shampoo and you'll break out in a rash. Or you'll try a cream and it's just like, your body just rejects it. It's just like, no, we cannot process that crap. So this, in a way, kind of protects you from being able to load up on an absolute shit amount of toxins. So, you know, take whichever one you want. You don't really get to choose. You just are what you are. And both give you fair warning signs, because we can take a look in here and we can see your stomach. We can see your intestines. We can see your cerebral cortex up here. Everything shows the levels of toxicity in your body, the levels of inflammation. If you've got lymphatic issues, you'll have like a lymphatic rosary. If you've got flowing problems, skin problems, you can have some cloudiness around your body if your skin is not breathing. There's all kinds of things you can see. If you have an injury, it can show up as a dark spot. If you have white spots, can often show up. It can be mental things, even in your cerebral cortex. But everything shows up. Everything you can see. The eyes are truly the window to the soul, but they're also the window to everything inside your body. So if you're somebody who's going for a lot of scans, a lot of doctor scans that are like, oh, you need to go for like this $5,000 or $6,000 scan from head to toe that's totally radioactive and might give you cancer, and they want to check for cancer and for all these things, it's like, you can do something right now instead to help prevent disease. Number one, stop putting so much trash in your body. Energy drinks, no. No. Fast food, no. Processed foods, if you're eating shit like Domino's pizza and McDonald's, isn't even food. If you've seen how it's made, it's like these factory plants mixing up plastics like it's cheese and putting it on your food, and it's all with flavoring agents that are made out of live fetal kidney cells. Live! They never use anything dead. Anytime they're working in a lab and they're using biological material to create these flavor trickers, is what I like to call them. They just dupe you with what you're actually tasting to make it taste like you're not eating, you know, dead children, which is what a lot of the fast food joints are really serving you, is human meat. And they're actually allowed to. It's disgusting. So if you want to avoid a lot of disease, stop being a cannibal. Give up the fast food. I had to give it up. When I realized what I was eating, I just about threw up. I was so disgusted. It is gnarly. It is nasty. And the flavors aren't real. They are tricking your mind. They're tricking your taste buds. And another thing about that natural flavor that's on all the labels, even the organically labeled stuff, like even organic, like Kuji juice, organic juices that people have loved to give my kids. It says organic on the package, but it also says with natural flavor. Ooh, natural flavor. But natural flavor is a coined name for another artificial flavoring, but because it's made out of a biological material, it's considered natural because it came from organic matter. The problem with this is, the more you ingest this stuff, it causes a protein in your body to be created that causes dementia. So if you want everybody to be really forgetful, if you want your kids to lose their amazing memory, because I don't know if you've noticed, like, my daughter, who's 5 years old, has the best memory. She is on it. She is learning so well. But if I were to feed her shit with natural flavor in it every single day, she could have dementia by the time she's 10. Have you ever met any demented kids? Some seem like they might be already demented. It's really sad to be torturing the public like this. And it all just gets swept under the rug like it's no big thing. But cannibalism is kind of a big thing. We're not supposed to be eating people. It'll mess with your mind. Ugh. So, whether you have a tight constitution or a loose constitution, you can get an iridology scan by me to check out your irises and see where you are, see where you're at with your healing journey. Because removing toxins out of your diet, out of your life, out of your shampoo, your toothpaste, your lotions, like skin lotions, if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. I gave up sunscreen a couple years ago, and I've never felt better. Every summer I was putting on my Neutrogena sunscreen, like underneath makeup, and I was like, oh, I'm doing my skin such a good favor. I'm going to be so young for so long because I'm wearing my sunscreen. And then they come out with a study saying, oh, by the way, Neutrogena sunscreen is one of the sunscreens and to cause skin cancer. Not prevent it, cause it. And I was like, you got me, you jerks. And then I was like, why am I blocking out the sun? I need the sun to create vitamin D on my skin. It's the fats from your liver excreted through your skin that mix with the sunshine that produce vitamin D for you. So if you're constantly washing before you go outside in the sun, and you're washing off all the oils off your skin, you're not making vitamin D. You need skin oils. They're very important. And if you stink all the time, and that's why you're washing so often, it's probably because you're eating gnarly food, and that's what your body is off-gassing is the gnarly food you're eating, so you gotta clean up your diet. So, you don't want to stink, eat better food. You want to make vitamin C, let the skin oils sit on your skin. If you want to look young and have great skin, get some sunshine on your skin responsibly. Don't wear sunscreen. When I was wearing sunscreen on my face every single day, I was getting spots all over. And I was like, oh, I guess I get freckles in the summertime? And I was just getting more spots and more spots. And then even on my arm, I would get more spots. I'm like, huh. And then when I stopped wearing the sunscreen, guess what never came back? The spots. They just stopped showing up. I stopped getting all these little brown freckly spots all over my skin when I went out in the sun. I wear the sunscreen, I get spots all over my face. I ditch the sunscreen altogether and just go stand out in the sun like, get on me, sun. My skin has never looked better. It's amazing. So, I don't know, you be the judge of that, but I say get your sun responsibly. Obviously, don't stand outside laying on a freaking hot tarmac in the 40-degree weather and then yell at me for burning in the sun. Be smarter. But get sun on your skin. There's nothing wrong with shade, but there's nothing wrong with sun either. Sunscreen is bullshit. It makes you sick. It gives you skin cancer. It makes you sick. It is toxic. It'll wreck your body. It's not good. Not good. And I used to be the sunscreen Nazi. Every time when my husband, when he'd go to work in the sun, don't forget your sunscreen, make sure you wear your sunscreen, don't want to burn, don't want to get a heat stroke, don't want to get sunstroke. Oh, it was brainwashed. It was disgusting. I remember actually, I think it was right after high school, there was a song that came on the radio. It wasn't even a song, it was just some idiot talking about wearing sunscreen. You remember that? The sunscreen song? It was like a beat, and like some guy talking like this in a monotone voice. But whatever you do, wear sunscreen. It's like, what a brainwashing, bullshit, stupid thing that we all listened to. Oh yes, wear sunscreen. Wear sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. Ugh. Everything's propaganda. Everything's propaganda. On the news, on the radio, on TV, everything. Everything we've been taught has been bullshit. And so, if you're sitting in a place right now where you are middle-aged and you are so tired of feeling sick and you keep going to your doctor and you're not getting better, or maybe you've seen a naturopath and you're still not getting better, I'm going to give you a very special tip that will help you catapult yourself past all the crap that you've been taught and all the problems that you're facing right now. Because you can spend a lot of time detoxing. That's good. You can spend a lot of time removing things from your life. That is good. But the number one thing that you can do right now that will completely change the way your body functions is this. See yourself as healed. See yourself as healed. Already healed. Check. Already healed. If you begin to observe yourself as a fully healed, amazing, vibrant soul that happens to have a body within it, your body's cells will start to rearrange themselves to reflect back to you your vision of yourself. I kid you not, it's been proven over and over. Dr. Joe Dispenza has done amazing research to show how this happens. You can change exactly how your body is put together in an instant, simply by changing the way you see it, the way you feel about it. Now, the steps in doing this involve meditation. And the best meditations are ones that encompass the feelings of joy, love, gratitude. Joy, love, and gratitude. So, or just love and gratitude. But dude, I love saying joy. I think it's just a wonderful word. Joy, just joyful feeling. So the Heart Math Institute has done a lot of research with this as well. And together, Dr. Joe Dispenza and the Heart Math Institute have shown in many great studies about people who meditate, breathing into their heart space, putting your hand over your heart, maybe another hand over your stomach, but becoming aware of your breath and where it's going. Becoming aware of your heart space, because your heart is like a whole nother brain. It sends out signals so far beyond your body. It resonates your entire soul. You can tell when you're around somebody and their heart just, what it's feeling. Maybe that's just me. When I'm with somebody and their heart is not in the place of happiness, you can feel that. It vibrates out and you can feel that. You can feel people's sadness and you can feel people's joys. That is the resonance. That is the vibration of somebody's heart. So if you can feel it coming from somebody else when they're with you, if something's wrong, if something's off, or if something's wonderful, your body responds to your heart vibration. If you are feeling pain and sorrow and sadness and loneliness, and you are continuing to see yourself as a sick, victimized, hurt, unhealthy person, if you're going to doctors all the time and they keep telling you there's something wrong with you, and this is the way you see yourself, it puts you in a loop of being that. You see it, you feel it, you be it. You see it, you feel it, you be it. It reflects back to you with your symptoms, and then you reiterate that back to your mind, like, yep, that's my blah, blah, blah condition. That's my such and such disease. And all the medicine in the world will not help you if you are stuck in the mindset that you are sick. If you are stuck in the mindset of being victimized by things that have happened to you in the past. That doesn't mean you do not have the power to change your state today. You have that power to change your state of being today. More than anything else in the world. Herbs, wonderful. Tea, great. Tinctures, super duper. Food, nutrition, good water. Rejecting poisons out of your lifestyle, very good. But the number one thing that overrides everything in an instant is your mind. The way you see yourself, the way you feel about yourself. And this resonates farther than just your health. This also encompasses your wealth, your relationships, your work, everything. Your self-worth, the way you see yourself. This changes everything. If you've been living in a place where you have felt victimized and you continue to be victimized, there's something in your past that you have not gotten past. Maybe you've just buried it and said, no, I'm good, I'm fine. Moved on. Newsflash, not fine. Your body is still stuck in that state because your mind moved on, but your body was just like, oh, frozen, ouch. And it has continued to live that state of being over and over. And that often produces an autoimmune disease effect, being abused, being hurt, feeling unsafe. All kinds of disease are created by us. Yes, there are toxins all around us, but we can still override more than you think. Even with the nasty shit being spread in the skies, I'm starting to realize, I'm like, no, when you raise your state of vibration, when you raise your state of consciousness, you do in fact have the ability to rise above everything. Toxins in your food, toxins in your water, toxins in the air. As a collective consciousness, we do have the ability to rise above all disease and toxic infiltration that is being thrown at us left, right, and center in our environment. We have that ability. They don't want you to know that. Nobody wants you to know that because it's not profitable. But you have that ability, and you can start today. Meditate, breathing into your heart space really deeply, becoming present. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about your to-do list. Breathe and become present now. Where are you now? What are you doing? Who are you with? Are you alone? What does your body feel like? What are you sitting on? What are you wearing? What does it feel like? Is there any sensation blowing in the wind? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it sunny? Is it shady? What are you feeling? Be present. If you want to change your state, use your memories to your advantage. Most people, most of you, are going into past memories of anger, resentment, and blame. We just love to stew in all the bad shit that people have done to us because we get so addicted to the chemicals of, oh, they pissed me off, they did this and they did that and they hurt me and so said this, and you can't wait to get on the phone and tell somebody about it. Be like, can you believe what they just freaking did? I can't even believe that. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. They're ridiculous. They're so stupid. Blah, blah, blah. We get addicted to these habits. We get addicted to these conversations. We get addicted to these feelings, these chemicals that pump through our veins when we get on our anger, resentment, and blame track. We start running around it like a hamster wheel. All this nonsense. So what if you get on a different hamster wheel? What if you get off that hamster wheel and you start running in a circle of joy, happiness, prosperity, gratitude? Those are the feelings that become the norm. But you have to start incorporating them into your daily routine. Becoming present, breathing into your heart space, bringing out memories of the good stuff. Every time you find yourself thinking of something crappy, something shitty that happened 5 minutes ago, or 5 hours ago, or 5 years ago, who gives a crap about that? It's done, it's gone, it's over. Learn your lesson from it. Take a good, useful lesson from it. A good lesson. Yes, a good lesson. When you choose to take a good lesson from the past things that have happened, you reverse the way you see things. Instead of a crappy occurrence being something heavy and horrible that weighs on you, if you choose to see the silver lining, if you choose to have a positive takeaway, some kind of a life lesson that you can use today that helps you, then that experience was no longer terrible. That experience was no longer worth nothing. It becomes a valuable, integral part of your development as a human being. Do you understand how useful terrible experiences can be if you learn from them? Crappy past only stays crappy past if you refuse to learn. And then it just stays as trauma. Trauma dissolves when you take the positive lesson. And you can do that. It's your choice. And I know I've talked about forgiveness before because forgiveness isn't about them. It's not about letting them off the hook. It's about letting yourself off of their hook. Because as long as you are angry about something or someone, you have an energetic tie opened up with that memory, that past experience, or that person, and you are feeding them your energy. To sever that energetic pathway and take back your life force, to take back your energy and use it for your creativity, you must forgive. Forgive, forget, take away the positive lesson. That's it. And then you can begin to really see yourself as healed. See yourself as whole. See yourself as amazing. See yourself as all the things that you want. Because as long as you're seeing yourself as broken, hurt, as somebody who has a chronic illness, you are manifesting that illness because your body is not even the same body it was a few years ago. You have a whole new body. Everything. I'm not talking like, just your hair or your bones. It's like, no, your bones, your skin, your muscle, your hair, your eyes, your eyebrows, everything. Every vein, every artery. It has been rebuilt. It has been broken down and rebuilt. And the only thing stopping you from rebuilding yourself as a disease-free human is your mind. Because you've been told that you're sick. You've been told there's something wrong with you. You've been told it's hereditary. You've been told all kinds of things. But I've seen people with diseases right from birth that have made leaps and bounds past all expected recovery. I have seen people go from being completely crippled and have no focus and no ability to read to being a high-functioning human being, walking, talking, selling, working, family, everything. It took work, but they did it. You have the ability to override genetic code. Genetic code is not the end-all, be-all of everything. It is not. They'll tell you that it is, but it's not. You can upregulate and downregulate genes in the blink of an eye with your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, your own views. You are actually in charge of your health. They don't want you to know that. You are the one. So when you subscribe to fear-mongering with the news, with neighbors, with doctors, you are opening yourself up to whatever they want to give you. Even with these viruses. They're viruses of the mind. That's what they are. And also whatever they inject into you that can be turned on and off with all the 5G that's around you. That's a thing too now. So don't let anybody put any weird foreign substances in your body unless you want to give your body over to them for scientific experiments, because that's what they're doing. So clean up your life, clean up your body, clean up your products. If you want a guide to get started, you can go to my community, Misty Mountains Holistic, in school. And there is a free guide in there to help you walk through all the things to look for in your home, and your food, and your products, everything. Clean it all up, get some better suggestions. I'm in there live all the time talking, so that you can come in, ask me questions, learn a lot about nutrition, learn a lot about human technology. You are the healer. You are. Don't let anybody tell you different. You're amazing, and you're worth it, and you can do anything that you decide to. And I'll see you on the next video.